Welcome to today's transmission. I am merely the vessel through which these messages flow. The oracle is not me. It's a reflection of divine intelligence, access through grace, prayer, and my commitment to walk in truth. Today's oracle message: the quantum field, the energetic fabric of existence, does not lie. It reflects the vibrational reality we are living in right now, as individuals and as a collective. The oracle doesn't predict the future. It reveals what is present, what is hidden, and what is calling to be seen. Today's oracle message in this transmission is: the world is shifting under the weight of its own illusions. Saturn and Mercury join forces today, ushering in the energy of discernment and truth. The number 8 vibrates in the background, reminding us of infinite cycles. What we sow, what we reap, what we release, we free. Those clinging to deception will struggle as the veils thin, while those who turn to God and within will rise above the chaos. The question is simple: will you stay in an illusion, or will you embrace the clarity of divine truth? We see this energy playing out everywhere. Institutions built on lies are crumbling. Relationships rooted in manipulation are breaking apart. Even within ourselves, we feel the tension. Old wounds resurface, shadow comes to light, and the call to truth becomes impossible to ignore. But I want you to understand this. This is not a punishment. It's a purging. It's God's hand at work, clearing the way for healing, redemption, growth. To navigate these times, you must anchor yourself in truth. Turn inward, connect with God, and see the illusions for what they are: distractions meant to pull you away from your power, your purpose, and your divine inheritance. Here's the reality check. To heal, you must first accept the reality. And the reality is that we are in an unseen battle, a spiritual battle. And you have been lied to most of your life. God is real, and you know this in your heart. The world is full of forces, energies that prey upon your God-given creative energy to create from them. They are stealing from us, from you. These people, whether they realize it or not, are being used as tools of the opposition. But there is hope. Many of us have been used. I would say probably all of us have been used at some point, unknowingly, maybe knowingly, through the opposition. This is where the act of redemption, turning to God, asking for forgiveness, it purifies you. It protects you from being drained by these energies and allows you to reclaim your power. This is where your healing actually begins. Accept the truth of reality. Accept God and start reclaiming what was yours all along. Let's talk about confusion. That's really what this transmission is about. Confusion is one of the first signs that you're dealing with what you might call an energy vampire, energy harvester. You know, I hate to use the hot word that everyone's using, so popular, but it could be a narcissist, sociopath. These individuals or energies thrive by keeping you disconnected from truth and clarity. And I'm going to break this down into how it feels and how it shows up in your life. If you feel foggy, as if you can't think straight, it's like trying to walk through a room filled with smoke. You can't see where you're going and nothing seems to make sense. You're constantly second-guessing yourself. Did I say the wrong thing? Was I being unreasonable? Am I the problem? A pit forms in your stomach when you're around certain people. It's subtle at first, but over time, it grows into dread. You start changing your behavior now to move around not upsetting somebody or doing exactly what they want. Instead of living by your own expectations, you find yourself walking on eggshells. What this can look like in your life, like in relationships, someone close to you who's always shifting blame, no matter the situation. If you express hurt, they accuse you of being too sensitive. They twist your words so you feel uneasy, scared to express yourself. Like, for example, you confront a friend about a hurtful comment, and instead of apologizing, they say, "You're always overreacting. Maybe you should work on yourself." Right? And as time goes on in these relationships, not only is your energy and confusion your energy levels are dropping, you're more confused, you're also starting to build some density within your energy, which is known as resentment. because you're actually not getting what you need. Now, we'll go into this, but this is really becomes a self-betrayal. Less about the person and more about you, but we'll get into that as we go. At work, you've probably seen stuff where your boss says, you did okay on that project, but you really need to learn to keep up with the rest of the team. And then you just walk away feeling inadequate, even though you gave it your all. It's these subtle digs. And then you can also see this in your life with yourself. You find yourself spending hours replaying conversations, trying to figure out what went wrong, or typing an email over and over again to somebody else. You feel paralyzed to make a decision because you're afraid making a mistake will upset somebody. You spend the night analyzing text messages from someone, worrying they'll be upset no matter how you respond, even though their message seemed neutral at first. You know, oftentimes these people, these energies, their communication on the surface doesn't seem that bad because it's laced with unknown triggers. It is very calculated, these people, what they do. And if you bring it up and confront them or share it with somebody else, they might not think it's, oh, that doesn't sound that bad. But you know exactly what trigger they're hitting. All right, we're going to talk about how to combat this. First, confusion dissolves when you have light of clarity. What does that mean? This means you need to strengthen and call back your energy, and the only way to do that is to go within in the darkness in your inner world. I begin my day with a prayer, asking God to reveal what's true and to protect me from deceit. Sometimes I'll write down, when I've been in these difficult situations with these people, I'll write down who I know I am and that I trust God and that He is guiding me and that I'm clear and I'm grounded and I'm loved. Now sometimes hard truth is God will let these energies affect us, and I'll share my story. But there is a purpose when that happens. Another thing to combat this is journaling. Man, this has really changed my life. If you don't know what to journal about, that's okay. If you go into the YouTube description, there's an email there. I'm happy to send you a list of prompted journals and different resources that might be helpful for you. It's important that as you're doing these things, while you're journaling and you're sitting in quiet time, that you are paying attention to how certain people make you feel. If someone consistently leaves you drained, uncertain, or anxious, this is a red flag. These individuals and energies will tell you that how you feel and what you experience is incorrect. This is wrong. How you feel is important. It is not determined by another person in your life. Chances are, if you have these people around you, you're probably not setting the best boundaries. Boundaries are for you, they're not for anybody else. But you need to learn to say no. More importantly, once you say no, understand it's not selfish. Understand that it's what's best for you. If someone tries to guilt trip you into doing something, respond calmly, like, I'm not able to do that right now, but I hope you find the support you need. And lastly, you need to surround yourself with high vibrational people. People that make you feel uplifted. They inspire you. They remind you of their worth. They're a real mirror to who you are, because these other energy vampires and people working on behalf of the opposition, they have a distorted mirror that they like to show you. It's a perverse, disgusting, distorted mirror, and it's really who they are. But they try to make you see that in yourself so they don't have to take responsibility for the decisions and the way that they feel and think. It's really disgusting. So make sure that when you meet people and you leave, you feel uplifted. That's someone you want to invest in. Pull back from these other relationships. My closing message is for you, warriors of God. Confusion is not your natural state. It's a sign your energy is being tampered with. God did not create you to live in a fog. He created you to shine brightly and walk in truth. When you feel lost, remember, clarity comes when you turn to God. When you go within your own inner world, your own darkness, you reclaim your peace by recognizing signs, setting boundaries, and standing in your divine truth. You are not alone in this battle. God is with you. I am with you. Clarity is your birthright. It's time to take back your power, one prayer, one boundary, one step at a time. May today be the day you step into freedom, a step towards freedom. This is my transmission. Commander, your humble servant.